kingdom message. Do you preach that? Would you go in a church and say the kingdom of heaven is at hand? Would you go preach that? What did Christ mean?
He was here.
What did Christ mean when he came saying the kingdom of heaven is at hand?
Because he was here. The kingdom was here.
Are you saying that he was the kingdom? He was the king?
He was here.
I think he's the king. I don't think he's the kingdom.
He's the king.
He says the kingdom of
Kingdom
heaven.
of
access. The access to heaven is there.
The access to the kingdom.
Yeah, is there.
Is that. So who was that?
Christ.
All right. Did they accept it?
No.
They did not
So then
accept
what
it.
was happening to the kingdom?
They accepted it.
What was happening?
What happened to the kingdom?
Nothing happened. He left and took it back on up to heaven with him.
Now, I want you to make sure what this school teaches you, and I have to agree with that. I have to agree with what they teach. Have you ever heard of they postponed the kingdom until the millennium kingdom?
Right.
You heard that. So then now I'm getting back to something that's going to make you fuzzy, make you think. So did Christ come prematurely?
No.
To catch the Jews off base?
No.
Why didn't they understand when he was coming? Why didn't they understand his coming at the first time? Why?
They overlooked the obvious. They overlooked the obvious because they were well studied. They were well learned. And the scribes and all, we read the message. It wasn't until the sun darkened on his resurrection that they say, surely this was the Son of God.
Okay, now listen to me carefully. If that be the case, why in the book of Ephesians, Paul called it a mystery?
That has been revealed.
But it had not been revealed in the Old Testament.
Say now, why?
Why did he call it a mystery? A mystery. The church was a mystery, wasn't it?
Because it wasn't seen all that.
So how could they understand this? That's my whole problem. If it was a mystery that not revealed to them, how could they understand it?
It was God's eternal plan.
Okay, now, you said it at first because of the judicial blindness. God has blinded them. Seeing and you will not see, that was a judicial blindness. And I think this is one of the actions that we're talking about. I want y'all to remember stuff as we get out of here today. Remember, Hawk taught you this. Look, all right, now, let's look, please, on page 15. I wanted to just bring that to you. The reason I'm saying that is if you have noticed TV the last 2 or 3 days, it's been hot. Some hot stuff going on. And the thing I like about it is that God always seems to use a brother to do stuff.
He using him.
Huh?
He using one on TV now.
At the right time.
And some hot, y'all need to watch the TV sometime, brother.
I'll be at work.
If you're going to be still over, if you're going to be Bible student, you got to watch CNN sometime. Get your tape. Get your tape. Because you know what I like? I like to see stuff like this take place.
Hey, what's going on?
He's using a brother.
What's going on?
Talk to the pastor.
Right,
Some
Jeremiah.
of the things he's saying is true. But where his position is, he's in the pulpit. And I believe the pulpit designated for God's divine holy word. It's not so controversial like it is today. I mean, what he's saying, some of the things he says is good. But some of the things he's saying are political. All political.
All right, there you go.
And he's saying that
Well, they
the
got
problem
it.
is not him, it's probably not Obama. the problem is on the blacks.
Black church.
Well, he said
He
it
don't
was given to
realize
black church.
Obama cannot win the election just on black votes.
Well, let me just ask you this now. I will continue to vote for Obama, but I don't want us to make a long issue out of this. Here's the thing. No. Here's the point that I want you to say. The message he preached on 9/11. He preached that message on the day after 9/11 took place. Will you say then Michael was wrong, or Malachi was wrong in that message? Will you say then that Peter was wrong when they tried to stifle him? Now, God calls us to preach judgmental messages and grace messages too. Now, I didn't find nothing at all wrong with his message because he quoted a guy who said that.
Is it quoted in the scripture?
No. But God's judgment is quoted in the scripture. Now, here's what I'm looking at, my brother. If injustice continues to go on, where will it lead this country to? And it's a message about injustice. Now, here's what the other world has tried to paint, that he is trying to destroy and divide this country. This country's already divided. It's been divided, hasn't it?
Yes.
It's been divided. So, like he asked this young lady yesterday when she asked him that one question, he said, have you read the sermon in its entirety? She said, no. He said, see, that's what I'm talking about. You take bits of stuff, and you don't deal with the content. Beg pardon?
I was going to talk about what I heard. What I heard him say.
Yeah.
I didn't hear his whole message. I have not read his whole message. How do I get his whole message?
Somebody gave me one. Then you bring me one.
I gave you something.
Yeah. You get it the same way.
You made me receive the same way?
Yeah, the same way you got that for me.
Okay.
Yeah. You get all this, man. Oh, yeah, you get them all now.
I know.
I wanted to say this to say to us, don't leave here divided. Don't leave here divided. This is a game that they try to divide us again. Don't leave here divided.
Sure.
I believe I'm older than most of you men here. They told me, let me tell you one thing, my brother, Pastor. I was at the Verge. I grew up in Natchez, Mississippi. They almost got me. They had propagandized us young blacks so much to believe almost Martin Luther King was a communist. The good Lord had taken me to military service, and some young black guys set me down and told me the difference. They are good for dividing us. Let's don't fall for one another. Let's don't be divided. I may not agree with all his theology, but I agree with the message he preached. If we continue to do and go kill people off a live bush maid, we fall. How? Every major country in the world, even Israel, fell because of sin. And when preachers get to a part where the world's going to force them into what they preach, we don't have a pulpit.
There you go.
We don't. No. We don't have the freedom to say God is just. We don't have. When they can put and stop you from preaching, they've done their job. Don't stop preaching. Yeah, just get you some good friends, and I always tell you, get some good friends. Let me move on into